Hey, what's going on, Patreon? So there's a lot of talk about developing systems in the Atlantic. So this is live from the National Hurricane Center's website. This is the most recent update. Um, and, we have two separate systems here. Both of them have less than a 40% chance of formation in the next 48 hours. So this one here first in the left-hand side here. So Western Caribbean Sea, blah, blah, blah. 48 hours is low, 10% chance. 7 days, very, very low, 20% chance. If we go back, we can look at the separate system on the right here. And this system over the next 48 hours is still relatively low, 30% chance formation. And then the next 7 days, it has a 50% chance of formation. I will say that just yesterday, this thing had a 60% chance of formation. And so it actually dropped, right? As far as the next 7 days, it dropped by 10%. I'm not sure if you're going to see anything come from this, but just stay aware, right? Expect this thing to form just to be safe. But yeah, I mean, I'll keep you guys updated, but I know the news outlets are, saying this and that's going to happen. But this is what we have as of right now. So I want to show you guys kind of what we're looking at. So right here, you can see a little bit of formation, right? Right there where the cursor is, right in there. So that is the formation that we're looking at, right? That has those low percentages of formation as far as a tropical depression, right? Then storm, hurricane, et cetera, et cetera. So if we just go through the time here, you can see that it's kind of keeping that same shape, but then it kind of breaks from there, right? And if we just kind of go through and keep this time going, this time lapse, it pretty much breaks apart, right? It doesn't really form into much of anything at all. Now, this is bound to change, right? Because it can change, right? But as of right now, the likelihood of this thing forming is very, very low. Very, very low, right? And then the separate system that we're looking at, even that system has a very, very low chance to form, right? One of the main things, of course, is your temperatures in the Gulf, which those temperatures are getting cooler and cooler, right? And we can see a formation right down here, right? But again, as time goes on, there it is right there, right? It just slowly breaks apart into nothing. So the likelihood is that these things will not form into anything serious, but definitely be on guard. As we're running through the GFS model, you don't really see too much going on here. I mean, you see a formation there on the right-hand side, but you don't really see a formation until it's way up here, right? But prior to that, you don't really see a formation. And so if we continue watching this, you don't really see anything either coming down by the Caribbean and coming up towards the States. You just don't see that. So I think right now, I think everyone's in a good spot. Like we mentioned, things can change. It's very, very possible. You do have freezing temperatures going across like West Virginia, right? Chicago, things like that. But as far as like hurricanes, I just don't see anything forming yet. But it's bound to change. So we will see. We'll keep you guys updated. God bless.